Hello everybody and welcome to another presentation of Mechanicsburg High School Basketball on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. With you as always, I'm Caleb Spinner. Alongside me tonight is Scott Spinner, the color commentator for the evening. And we are in the middle of senior night right now. We apologize for the lack of visuals, but we will bring you audio-only broadcasts of this game. Still live and up to date to follow your favorite Indians basketball team. And CJ Dingy now at center court with his dad, Dave Dingy, which is our stat guy at the M.I.B.N, and his mother, Joni, to his left. CJ will be going to Columbus State Community College to pursue real estate.
Real estate and business, and I think his sisters Allie and Shannon are in the house as well, so we don't want to forget them.
I know I bumped into Shannon earlier. I did not see Allie though.
Yep, Allie was eating a donut in her mom's office prior to the game.
Well, there you go. Can't get much better than that.
No, sirree.
It sounds like Miss Carter's getting a little teared up.
Could be. CJ's a fine young man, raised by a couple great parents, and I'm sure she's had a lot of exposure to CJ and that family throughout the years. So, always a tough one when the kids graduate and the big senior night here. Packed crowd, by the way. So, always good to see the students and the relatives and families and aunts and uncles and grandparents.
Unfortunately, CJ has not played this season due to injuries, but maybe we'll see him play a little bit tonight. Hopefully, that would be a special moment for the young man. But up next is Joey Muscadri, flanked by mother Lisa and father Tony. I
T-Bone.
drew a blank there for a second.
Tony T-Bone Muscadri.
And Joey will be a mechanical engineering major, just like his dad was. Big Notre Dame fans, that family.
Could potentially have aunts and uncles and grandparents from Mechanicsburg, or from Muscadri's family out there in New York and beyond listening tonight. So if they are, then welcome, and you got a fine young man here.
Joey Muscadri contributes pretty heavily to the Indians basketball team here, both on the defense and offensive sides. One of the leading steal men on the defensive side, third in the OHC in that category. And he will be sorely missed next season.
A lot of aggressive slashes to the hoop, I think, is what Coach Cantrell said, something to that effect on your Order Up interview this earlier this week.
Yeah, that was on Wednesday. Make sure to watch that one. We had a great conversation, not only about Mechanicsburg basketball, but Cleveland professional sports, specifically the Browns, and got to know him a little bit better as we went on and had a great meal at Mixins and Fixins Country Restaurant in downtown Mechanicsburg. And our final senior for the Mechanicsburg Indians is Chris Taylor, getting hugged by Coach Cantrell, flanked by his mother and father as well. The big question of the night is where he'll play basketball at the next level, if he indeed will. We've heard rumors tossed around, but nothing concrete, nothing stuck to the wall there. Hopefully we'll have that decision broadcast live for you during his signing. We plan to have a big signing event with all the athletes that are playing college sports in front of our M.I.B.N backdrop and give you a little bit of information about them.
Picking a college isn't always an easy decision, especially when you have options like Chris does. So we'll wait to hear where he ends up. And his grandparents right down the street from us on Long Pond Road. I know they've been to just about, if not every, basketball game that Chris has played in. So big supporters, big fans of Chris and his fine work on the hardwood.
Whatever collegiate team Chris ends up playing ball for, we'll be lucky to have him. Deadly with a three-point, everything, a big offensive piece. A big offensive piece to the Mechanicsburg Indians puzzle. But I do think one of the things we talked about with Coach Cantrell was the depth that the program has, so they're certainly able to fill in these roles, as insurmountable as that obstacle may be. And we're going to take a small break for the national anthem performed by the Mechanicsburg High School Choir. And we'll be back in just a minute. Stay tuned. And now the starting lineups can mean only one thing. Mechanicsburg basketball coming your way right now at Mechanicsburg High School. Brought to you live by the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. Once again, I'm Caleb Spinner. To my right is Scott Spinner, the color commentator for the evening.
Happy to be here, Caleb. Thanks again for the invite. Hello to everybody out there listening.
There's always a lot of build-up on these games, especially big rivalry ones like this one. We got a chance, once again, we mentioned that we got a chance to talk with head coach Cantrell of the Indians about the senior night and about what this game means to him, being able to coach these guys in front of their home crowd on such an emotional night. It is senior night here.
Yep. And my favorite part of the night, we got hype man, Mr. Dingy out there greeting all the guys at the starting lineup. They got all their different handshakes and forearm bashes and whatnot. Concluding there with the freshman phenom number 33, Jake Edwards. So always a fun thing to see. I love that tradition.
And going over there. They always love to give Mr. Williams a handshake.
Yep.
Big supporter of Indians basketball, and good to know he's in attendance for us tonight. And he normally is. He's always here, always ready to cheer on the Indians. And now your lineup for the West Liberty-Salem Tigers. It's number 33, Eli McGill, going to jump for the Tigers. A towering man at 6'3". He's given problems to the Indians before. Let's see if they can shut him down. Number 21, Jack Eggleston. Number 23, Holden Neese. Number 3, Oliver McGuire. And number 13, Nick Burden.
Good transition on the D. Logan Hurst came from the far side to D up the man at the three-point line. So that was nice movement of the defense.
West Liberty-Salem Tigers working it around the arc right now. Kicked it to the corner. Back outside on the wing. Shot is up, no good off the front of the rim by number 23, Holden Neese. Tigers got the rebound back. Foul on Tristan Hall.
They're going to call it tight so far. They're setting a tone early on. That was, I think, other games throughout the season they would have let that one play on, but they're calling them tight and not calling them early.
And now it's West Lib, successful inbound. Drive, lost it, popped it up again, and good. Number 3, Oliver McGuire gets the first points of the game.
Shortest guy in the field, got it right in the middle. Three Indians collapsed on the guy slashing down the lane, and he just dumped it off to number 3 there for the
Logan
easy bucket.
Hurst, spin move inside, his shot won't fall, hauled in by the Tigers. Here come the Tigers, now in the corner. Picked up the dribble. Runner's shot, no good. Wanted contact, didn't get any. And now number 21, Jack Eggleston, is down on the court. Got up after some help from his teammates. Looks to be fine.
He's walking it off.
He's walking it off. He looks all right. You always like to see a tight physical game, but you never want to see anybody get injured.
That's right. That's right. Very good point.
And now Edwards, the freshman phenom, bringing it up across half court. Guarded heavily by number 22, Caleb Siegenthaler. And now Hurst into the corner with Edwards. Edwards, spin move, inside, almost had it poked away, but gets 2.
Oh.
Good inside bucket from the block for Edwards, and he's got 2.
That was a move reminiscent of the Professor.
Julius Irving?
No, the Professor. You've seen him. He's a YouTube phenom. Just did some work with James Harding.
Now I get you on there. And speaking of James Harden, a James Harden-ish move from Holden Neese. Gets a 3-point there, the double step back. Drew the defender off, got enough room. Now it's Hurst. High dribble inside, had it poked away, but they're going to call foul on number 22, Siegenthaler.
A little bit too much for him on that one. Good call from the ref.
Yeah, that was an obvious call if I've ever seen one. That'll be the first for West Liberty-Salem Tigers and the first for Siegenthaler. And the Indians will throw it inbounds. Edwards looking for someone, finds Hall. Back out to Edwards on the wing. Edwards dancing. Dribbles inside, lost his ball, and they're going to say it stays with Mechanicsburg. Looked to be the right decision there.
Yep. Had a hop step down the middle of the lane and just lost it out of bounds right at the bucket. So, like you said, Indians ball. Let's play it again.
And ref blows a whistle, goes over to the scorer's table, unsure the reasoning.
That was a foul on that one.
They're going to call a foul on Siegenthaler.
We'll take it.
2 quick fouls for the Tigers early in this game. 5:46 to go in the first quarter. 5-2 in favor of the visitors. And Hall, an easy pump fake, rattles it in.
There we go.
Great move from Tristan Hall and cuts it to a 1-point West Lib lead.
We're going to need number 15 to be physical down low this whole game. He's going to have to keep his fouls in check if we're going to have a chance.
And a strong back down, but nothing to show for it is number 33, Eli McGill. Dropped his defender and couldn't quite convert on the hook shot.
But give Tristan Hall some credit on that when he stood his ground, didn't get the blocking foul, and took a charge on it. But they came up short, and the Indians have the ball.
Hurst had it stolen away, but it's recovered by Taylor, and Taylor will bring the ball across again. Senior Chris Taylor playing his last game here at Mechanicsburg High School. The Indians have one more game in the regular season against Lehman Catholic away.
Oh.
And speaking of away, fading away right there as Chris Taylor cashes in from the arc, cha-ching, money. 7-5, the Indians have a lead. McGill inside, dribble, pull up, won't fall, kept alive by the Tigers. Hard drive.
Got to be a charge.
Shot no good, foul. They're going to call blocking, it looks like. Yes, they are. Blocking on number 3, Logan Hurst. Picks up his first of the game.
I don't know. My personal opinion is he had his ground. He had his feet set. But that's why I'm the color commentator and not the ref.
Absolutely. And now substitution. McGill comes out. Jack Eggleston comes back in the game. Looks to be fine.
Coach Cantrell working the sideline here for the sideline here early with the refs.
And Westlib converts their free throw. Holden Neese cashed in there. Chris Taylor in the corner, now to Edwards on the wing. Edwards drives inside, kicks back out to Taylor beyond the arc. Taylor back to Edwards, playing a game of hot potato. It's the senior Taylor. Drives inside, spin move shot blocked by Eggleston, but second chance points good for Taylor.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Chris Taylor able to stay with it and gets the rebound and an easy 2. 9-6 is the Indians' lead. And now Eggleston, wide open mid-range shot, won't go. High flying rebound from Muscadri, and now Edwards slows it down.
Great pace for the Indians. They aren't rushing it. They're taking their time and getting the shots that they want every time.
Edwards in the corner. Back to Taylor. Logan Hurst. Way outside, drives, kicks to Muscadri. Muscadri drives baseline, pump fake, double pump fake, missed the shot. Eggleston with the board. Eggleston cutting it up court, right in the middle of the lane, blocked by Hurst. No foul, clean tip from Logan Hurst.
Faded away as he jumped up to get a piece of that one, got his body out of the way to avoid the foul. Heads up play by big number 3.
Now here's Jake Edwards. Kicks to Muscadri. And Muscadri's pass to Edwards stolen away, but Joey able to get back on it. Logan Hurst keeps it alive. And great hustle from the Indians stops the costly turnover, and Mechanicsburg still with possession.
I think whatever college Joey Muscadri ends up at, the rugby team is going to be at his door on opening day.
Sure they will. Stop and pop from Chris Taylor. Can't find the rim.
That's one of those fouls that we can't have Tristan Hall doing. It's a great aggressive move. He's going for the ball, wants to tip it back out to his teammates, but he's going to get one early here. Actually, it's his second early.
Looks like Coach Cantrell won't put up with it either and subs in Smith for him. Always got to play it safe with the fouls. I know you love to say you get 5, but if you use them early, then there's no point, right?
Well, look, we need Tristan to be aggressive. There's no doubt, and that's a hard line to play with aggressive and not fouling. But he's getting a lot better as the season goes on. So
Holden Nisa spin move blocked from behind by Joey Muscadri, and now Taylor on the wing thought otherwise. And now inside to Muscadri, physically goes at Gill. And McGill sent it back once, sent it back twice, and now it'll be Westlib ball. The baseline drive, kick back outside from the wing. Westlib 3 from Neese won't go. Tigers keep possession. McGill's runner won't fall either, and Smith gets a tough board.
We need some good minutes from number 25, Kyle Smith, tonight. Again, if we're going to have a chance, everybody's going to have to contribute quite a bit.
Muscadri gets the ball across half court into the hands of Edwards. 1:40 to go in the first quarter, 9-6. The Indians lead by 3. Taylor dribbles inside, tosses it back out to Edwards. Edwards on the arc, now to Taylor. Taylor inside to Hurst, had it poked away, and out of bounds on Eli McGill.
It's going to be a matchup we're going to keep an eye on. Number 33, McGill versus Logan Hurst. The 2 tall guys, physical guys on the team, and that's going to be a good one the whole night.
And Mac DeLong comes into the game. If you remember, he had a leg injury in September. This is only his 4th game back after sitting the majority of the season, and Muscadri inside won't go. And they're going to call a foul on Taylor. Looked like he just bumped into him lightly and unintentionally, but ref saw something different.
I think he just wanted to say hi to him. You know, they're good friends. They saw each other. He saw him at half court, got excited, said hello.
This is a basketball game, though, not a meet and greet.
Well, you know, a little forearm shiver never hurt anybody.
Indians with a 3-point lead, a minute 15 to go in the first quarter. This is shaping up to be a good one. If you remember the last time the Indians played the Tigers at West Liberty, got blown out by a huge margin. But then again, as Coach Cantrell brought up during our order up, that was a different team back then.
Right.
They didn't know what identity they had yet. Now that they're getting it, starting to roll with the punches. The past 2 seasons, the Indians have finished with 1-22 records. Now they sit at 9-10 with a possibility, if they win out, to have a winning season for the first time in 3 years.
They're the Cleveland Browns of OHC basketball, Caleb.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's why you have me.
3-point shot from Nick Burden, no good. Rattles off the back iron and now into the hands of DeLong. DeLong to Hurst. Hurst to Taylor. Taylor. Back out to Muscadri near half court. Muscadri kicks it to Taylor. Taylor deep 3. Gets that one to go. Is there anything Chris Taylor can't do?
Not tonight. It's his night.
6 points for Taylor, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. And an inside basket from Nick Burden, no good.
Oh.
Rebound and put back from McGill falls.
What am I going to say, Caleb? What do we need to do better?
Box out.
Box out.
Fundamentals.
Yep. That was a miss by West Lib, and unfortunately we didn't do a good enough job of boxing out and converted into 2 for him.
Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Muscadri, baseline drive. Got shut down, kicked it back out to Taylor. Smith to DeLong. DeLong on the wing. In the post, it's Smith. Smith's pass inside to Logan Hurst. Lost and knocked out of bounds by Logan Hurst. The Tigers will have possession. Tough turnover there for
Logan would have liked to, I guarantee he wanted to have that one back. That was a nice easy dump right down into him, into the key, and could have had a good attempt there, at least for 2.
Here comes Burden charging up the floor for the Tigers. Trying to get a last-second shot off. 2-1, no. And the first quarter comes to an end. The Indians ahead by 4, 12-8. This is actually a great game right now. Not even close to a blowout. The Indians are staying in this one 12-8 with the lead.
If you would have asked Coach Cantrell, said, hey, 12-8, end of the first quarter, you going to be happy with that? What do you think he says?
Absolutely. Happy every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Yep. Tristan Hall's got 2 fouls. That's the biggest amount of fouls on the team. I guarantee he'd be happy with this score right now, but he'd be even happier with an 18-8 lead. So I'm sure he's not going to put his foot off the gas. It's going to be more of the same, and let's continue to increase that lead.
What have I been saying through this entire season? You can put up a lead, yes, but can you hold it?
That's right. That's right. We got 3 more quarters of ball to play. Let's see what we can do here.
Still a lot of time. Still a lot of time. And now buzzer sounds. Will end the first quarter and start the second.
And as we've said before, always great to have the pep band here. Absolutely love it. Brings a whole new spice of life to the basketball games here. So thanks for being here.
Here comes Joey Muscadri to start the second quarter. He's guarded tight by McGuire. Dishes it to DeLong. DeLong baseline, kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards, mid-ranger, won't go, and McGill grabs the rebound. It's McGuire. Guarded by DeLong, crosses half court. DeLong guarding him tightly. Spins inside of the middle, now to Burden. Charges inside, and that's what they're gonna call a charge on Nick Burden.
Danny Muscadri getting his feet and getting his body in front of the offensive West Lib guy driving there and Cause the charge.
I do believe you mean Joey. Danny is not on the floor right
well,
now.
Danny's right here in front of me, filling the water bottles with Daniel Burchett. So I got those guys on my mind, right in the direct view. So you're all right, though.
Fair
Joey
enough.
Muscadri.
I understand that. Now here is Joey Muscadri.
I'm Danny's confirmation sponsor, so got to show him some press.
And now Chris Taylor way outside. That one clangs out. His first miss from the arc this game. And now Burden charge and lays it up and in.
It's a nice floater.
Taylor a little bit late to draw the foul. But now it's Edwards. Across half court, guarded by Burden. Edwards behind the back, gets it rid of it to Hurst. And now Hurst gives it right back. Burden moving in tight on Edwards. DeLong, the drive inside, kicks it out to Taylor, almost lost it to McGuire. Now to Edwards. Edwards, baseline. Kicks it back out to Taylor. Taylor looked like he was going to go three, but ends up spinning inside and getting two more.
Beautiful.
8 points for Chris Taylor
Smooth
early in
as
this
silk.
game.
Smooth as silk on that drive. That was nice. Working the ball around paint.
6:31 to go in the half. 14-10 is the Indians' lead. It's West Liberty passing it around the arc. And they lost it out of bounds. Costly turnover by number 10, Casey Kite. And he'll take a seat for that one. Not what you want to do if you're West Liv. And Coach Lady will let him hear it. Now here comes DeLong. Gets it across half court. Dribbles to the wing. Still outside. Drives baseline. Pulled it back out. Now it's DeLong. Signals for Edwards and gets it to him. Edwards gets it to Muscadri. Muscadri looking for Hurst in the post. Takes it himself. Bounce pass to Edwards. Edwards up. Missed the first shot. Gets his own rebound. And finds the bucket on his second shot attempt in that series.
Did not give up on that one. Not at all. Beautiful by the freshman phenom, number 33.
And the charge inside. It's another charge on West Liberty-Salem. Number 23, Holden Neese, full steam ahead into Muscadri, and the ref cannot ignore that.
They are playing aggressive tonight, Caleb.
Oh, absolutely. This is an Indians team we haven't seen in a long time. Here comes Edwards with the ball guarded by Burden. 16-10, good guys. Now it's Muscadri. Muscadri dribbles inside, picked it up, lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Mechanicsburg.
Justin Miller just entered the building here.
Still getting over that really amazing article he wrote about the M.I.B.N. I think last month. Muscadri, my goodness, flailing all around, got the shot to fall though.
The seniors are making it their night tonight, Caleb.
And once again, I'm gonna hold a prediction right now. Everybody, remember this. CJ Dingy will play tonight. I'm predicting it now. 3-point attempt from West Liberty's Burden. No good off the side of the rim. And now the Indians will have a chance to push the lead to double digits. It's Muscadri. Muscadri drives baseline, spin move, lost it. Hurst keeps it alive. Now to DeLong. DeLong kicks it to Taylor. And an over and back called as Taylor kicked it with his foot. And Cantrell debating this one. But it does look to be the right call.
Great hustle by DeLong, who, like you said, is coming back from an injury, but was down on the floor with that one, scrapping it, giving it his all for his teammates, and especially for his seniors that are out there with him tonight. So
timeout attempt, or timeout taken by Cantrell to talk with the ref, it looks like, still discussing it with him. 18-10 is the lead for the Mechanicsburg Indians. What are you seeing from the Indians team that's allowing them to pull ahead like this?
The defense is ruling the day, Caleb. I know we've got some three-pointers by Chris Taylor and, some drives inside, a lot of pump fakes, which are always getting the defenders off the ground. But the defense, the scrappiness, the aggressiveness, the diving on the ground for the loose balls, you gotta love it.
And now it'll be West Liberty ball inbound from the sideline in the hands of Burden. Passing it around to Eggleston. Now back to Burden. Burden kicks it to Eggleston again in the corner for three. That one good. They're going to call it two. Foot was on the line. And 18-12. Muscadri on the wing. Now to DeLong up top. The dish to Edwards inside, cutting on the baseline and drops it in for two more.
Somebody left the back door open on that one, and Edwards took it full advantage of it.
Absolutely, he did. He's going to feast on that all day if you keep giving him like that. Now, stoppage on the floor. Not sure the reason. But the Tigers will pass it inbounds from the home sideline and almost had an over and back violation, but able to stop it in the Euro step from Nice is good for the Tigers, 20-14. They've cut the Indian lead down to 6.
It was actually a really nice move. I wish we had video on it. So.
Yeah, once again, this
Sorry
is audio
that,
only. We had a video malfunction at the beginning of the evening, but still bringing you audio on this one. It's Taylor at the elbow. Dribbling it, pump fake, kicks to Muscadri outside on the wing. Muscadri, two dribbled kicks to Edwards. Edwards, behind the back, loses the defender for three, and no good, just in and out.
Look
Taylor able to haul it back, and he rolled in and out, rolled around the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And now in the corner, it's Burden. Burden, baseline drive, and it's knocked back out of bounds. Muscadri did not let that pass reach its target, which was Oliver McGuire.
You know, the Indians defense is cutting off that baseline every time the West Lib folks are trying to drive it. You got backside help coming over to help cut it off as well. Beautiful job by the Indians tonight.
And now it's in the hands of McGuire in the corner. Kicks to Eggleston. Eggleston for three from the wing, and that one's good. 20-17, Mechanicsburg up 3 with 2:52 to go in the first half. DeLong drives in on McGuire. McGuire poked it away from behind, and Edwards tried to save it, but he's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger ball now in the final 3 minutes of the game. And McGuire kicks it into Nice. Nice, aggressive drive to the hole. Dished it to McGuire. McGuire able to hit a mid-ranger.
That's the third time tonight. McGuire's got just that real easy dish right in the middle of the key, and Mechanicsburg's not on him, unfortunately, when he gets it. And it's a nice little bunny hop, and 2 points for the West Lib Tigers.
2 quick buckets from the West Liberty-Salem Tigers has cut it to a 1-point lead for the Indians. 2 right hooks and a jab, and the Indians are back on their heels now.
The band's trying to get the crowd involved. You know, a lot of times that's the X factor. You get the crowd involved, gets loud in here when West Lib has the ball, and that could just be enough difference to make a difference in the ball game.
Absolutely.
Kudos to the band.
You know I've always got to hop in when we do the tomahawk chop.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I like to say Florida State got it from us. Now Edwards will inbound. Some heavy pressure from the Tigers, but can't stop it from getting in the hands of Taylor. And Taylor will bring it down. Nice provided some defense and backs off. Taylor's got to get it across half court. Finally does to Edwards. Edwards, spin move, kicks to Muscadri. Muscadri at the top of the key, drives, picks it up, pro hop, and got that one to go.
Wow.
Tough shot from Joey Muscadri. Falling down, heaves it up, and drops it in.
As only a running back can.
Now Eggleston gets it in the hands of McGuire, now to Burden. Burden back to McGuire. McGuire guarded tightly by DeLong, and a foul called on Mac DeLong. White, number 5, picks up his first foul of the evening.
I'm liking the purple high tops by Mac DeLong.
Yeah, the old Kobe 9 highs.
Yeah.
Differs from the Curry 5s that the rest of the team is wearing. I wouldn't think you'd like that. You normally don't like shoes that differ from each other.
I don't, but these are purple, so you gotta love them.
You and I have very different opinions on shoes, but guarded by Hurst. Burden kicks to Eggleston in the corner. Eggleston pulls it back out, drives in again. Picked up his dribble, kicked it back to Neese. Neese, aggressive drive, and finishes inside and cuts the lead back down to 1 for the Mechanicsburg Indians.
Coach Cantrell not happy about how easily the West Liberty Tigers are able to get into the key there on that drive.
And stolen by West Liberty. They have a chance to get a lead right now. It's Eggleston, and he finishes 23-22, a minute 10 left in the first half. And Taylor gets it. He's going to try to push and get a score for the Indians. Pulls it back out, guarded by Eggleston. Now it's Edwards, back to Taylor, back to Edwards. Edwards guarded by Burden at the top of the key. Now cutting Joey Muscadri, lost it out of bounds, and it'll end up in the hands of West Liberty.
Nice give and go opportunity. Muscadri had the cut. He had a step on the guy, but just couldn't get his hands on the ball.
And Muscadri able to steal it back, dished it somehow to Jake Edwards for the deuce. Not sure how he got that pass off around the back, it looked like. Some Harlem Globetrotters move and got the 2, and Burden missed for 3 from the corner. And Mechanicsburg back with a 1-point lead. 25 seconds to go in the first half. And it's Mechanicsburg with the ball. They're going to look to get the last shot. 15 seconds. Taylor, Euro step won't fall. Hurst keeps it alive and flips that one up and in. Mechanicsburg a 3-point lead now, 26-23. Final 5 seconds. It's Neese inside to McGill. McGill, teardrop, gets that one to fall. And that'll end it of the first quarter, of the first half, 26-25. Indians on top by a mere 1 point.
This is like a big heavyweight prize fight, boxing match, Caleb. It's back and forth. Mechanicsburg gets a lead. West Lib comes back, pounds down, gets it down to 1 or 2. Mechanicsburg gets back up on top a little bit, back and forth, very aggressive. I love it.
And just like a heavyweight boxing match, we might see this one go the distance.
That's right, that's right.
We're gonna go away for a brief moment during halftime, but make sure to stay with us on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. 26-25 is the Indians' lead at halftime. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. welcome back to second half action on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. The Mechanicsburg Indians have a slim 1-point lead over the West Liberty-Salem Tigers here at Mechanicsburg High School, entering the second half of play. Hello everybody, I'm Caleb Spinner. Alongside me again is Scott Spinner. And we've seen a really physical game and a really close game through one half of play. Now it's the Tigers to start off. Nice drives, kicks out to Eggleston. Eggleston for three, drops that one in. 28-26, and the Indians are down 2 now. Edwards kicks to Hurst, who then dishes to Taylor. Back to Edwards. Now here's Muscadri. Hurst, back out to Edwards. Edwards on the wing. Out to Hurst up top. Drives, kicks to Taylor. Taylor looked three, but now gets it to Edwards. Edwards lost it, looked to be a travel, but no call. Inside baseline. Missed opportunity for Muscadri, ends up with a three-point shot for Taylor. Won't fall. And into the hands of McGuire and the Tigers it goes. And a tough drive ends up with nothing for Eggleston. Eggleston able to get it back. Tip up goes to the hand of McGill. McGill's pop-up jumper no good. And now the Indians grab the result of a very fast possession.
Great possession or great defensive possession for the Indians there. A lot of solid defense.
And now Hurst kicks to Taylor. Taylor pump fake, drives inside, dishes to Hall, and Hall, a physical shot inside, pump fake up and in.
Missed that in the first half. He came out early with 2 fouls, and glad to see him back in the game. Hopefully he'll stay in there a little bit longer because they're going to need him.
And now it's West Liberty passing it around the arc. Burden now to McGuire. McGuire on Edwards. Now it's Burden, the runner. No good, hauled in by McGill.
No box out.
Long pass to Nice, almost flies out of bounds. But Nice comes up with it, kicks to Burden in the corner. Burden drive, kicks back out to Eggleston. And Eggleston backs it out, lost it, but get it back. Got it back, and now to Burden. Burden back to McGuire. The Indians playing good defense to stop any of these passes from finding their mark. And now Edwards comes up with the steal, assisted by Logan Hurst. And the screen from Muscadri frees Edwards to get it across half court. Now a long pass to Taylor. Back to Edwards, who drives, lost it, got it back. Now to Hurst, cutting inside, missed it, and Burden grabs the board.
Beautiful cut by Hurst, just left a little short of the rim.
And now that one good from Eggleston, a 2-pointer from the middle of the key. 28-30 is the score, Indians down 2. And now here comes Muscadri, now to Taylor. Taylor passes to Muscadri on the wing. Muscadri is D'd up by Nice. Now to Edwards, guarded by McGuire. Taylor, long three, that one rattles in. Nothing but net for Chris Taylor on his 5th three-point attempt. He's 3 for 5, a cool, calm 60%. And knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. It'll end up in the hands of Mechanicsburg once again, 31-30. Mechanicsburg up 1. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Edwards comes to the bench and takes a seat.
Going to give him just a little bit of a breather there. Still a freshman, got to be conscientious about that. So going to get Mac along some playing time here and have him carry the Indians for him.
Pump fake, drew a couple guys off Muscadri, but then the tip lost the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Mechanicsburg. Taylor will inbound from the baseline. Finds DeLong in the corner. Now to Muscadri, outside. Muscadri drives in, flips it off the glass, and it falls. 33-30 now. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Muscadri is not going to be denied. He loves that little fake, the little hop, right down the lane, and then forcing it up, and great control.
West Liberty trying to answer back. It's Nice way outside on the wing. Dishes it back to McGuire. McGuire passing it around. Gets it back on the wing. Ends up in the hand of Eggleston. Eggleston, spin move runner, and a foul. 2 free throws to go as the shot did not find its mark.
I was concerned a little bit there. I saw Tristan Hall in the area. I thought it might be his third, but thankfully it's Chris Taylor's second.
And Eggleston cashes in on his first attempt at the line. He's got one more coming up. Cut it to a 2-point Mechanicsburg lead. And no good on the second attempt, but the rebound goes to the Tigers. And it looked, and Coach Cantrell is yelling for a travel. Should have been, but it ends up in the hands of McGuire. And West Liberty staying on offense.
Coach yelling for the Indians to D up, D up. He's got his defensive stance there on the sidelines.
McGuire's shot from the corner, no good from 3. Tigers keep it alive, and the runner from Eggleston, no good. Finally, the Indians get a board, and that comes in the form of Logan Hurst.
If there's a more enthusiastic coach in the OHC outside of Coach Cantrell, I haven't seen him.
I don't think that exists. And now Moscadri gets all 3 players to jump on the pump fake and draws a foul.
Folks, for those of you not here, number 2 just drove baseline, stopped on a dime, 1 pump fake, and 3 West Liberty Tigers jumped about 5 feet in the air with a big uh-oh at the end of it.
I don't think Tigers are supposed to fly.
No, they are not.
I don't think that's something that they do. Moscadri finds his mark on the first free throw attempt. 3-point lead for the Indians, 34-31, 2:47 to go in the third quarter. And 2 for 2 from the line is Moscadri. 35-31, Tigers trying to answer with a field goal of their own. Now to Neese in the corner. Neese baseline, guarded by Hurst, and a block called on Logan Hurst. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Just didn't get to that baseline quick enough.
No, he couldn't. Valiant effort from the junior, but missed it. And now it's stolen back by the Indians in the hands of Moscadri. Moscadri lost it, got it back. In the corner, it's DeLong. DeLong swishes that one. 38-31 off the triple from DeLong. And the Indians trying to put pressure on the Tiger wound. Pour salt in the gash. And a timeout from the West Liberty-Salem Tigers.
Coach Cantrell is out at half court. He is excited, folks. He's pumped up. He's down knees bent, excited, greeting every single one of those basketball players as they come to the sidelines here.
And the entire Mechanicsburg Gymnasium, at least the Berg side, is on their feet sharing his enthusiasm as well.
That's right.
Man, this is a great game right now. Nail biter, to say the least. Many people would say, but it's a 7-point lead. And I would say, but anything can happen. I've seen crazier.
lot of ball game left. We've got a 2:14 left in the third, and then we've got a whole fourth quarter.
Quick math tells me we still have over 10 minutes of game time to go. And like I said earlier, anything can happen.
That's right.
Thank you for proving that, Reggie Miller and the Pacers. 9 points in 33 seconds. Let's hope the Indians can hang on to this one. I know Coach Cantrell and the entire boys team really want to win here tonight.
You know, I have to applaud you for that Reggie Miller reference there. It's going old school. I think the only guy that still pains to hear that memory or to remember that is Spike Lee.
And it's going to pain the Tigers to hear that as they've thrown it out of bounds on the baseline. Went over the head of Neese and flew out of the bounds into the Tigers section. And so now the Indians will have a chance to pad this lead a little bit more. Moscadri on the wing, guarded by McGuire, now to Smith. Indians passing it around, ends up to Moscadri in the corner. Inside, it's Smith, finishes. 40-31 is the score, a minute 51 to go in the third quarter. And the ball is in the hands of Eggleston.
Sophomore Kyle Smith leaving his mark tonight.
Now to Neese. Neese back out to McGuire at the top, guarded by DeLong. Inside, West Liberty no go. And knocked out of bounds, it's West Lib ball. And Logan Hurst will get up from the bench and head to the scorer's table. And the ref blows his whistle to signal for the sub. Hurst replaces Hall, and Hall gets a standing ovation from the bench as he goes to take a seat.
Some good minutes from number 15 there.
Absolutely. West Liberty, McGuire looking for someone. Now it's Eggleston, baseline drive, spins, tries to get Hurst off of him, but a foul called. Hurst was a little too tight, and Hall gets right back up to come in.
I know he cut off the baseline, did a nice job of that, and I think the ref called him for a little bit body contact after that, which is a shame because this has been a physical game the whole night, and I'm here to tell you folks they haven't called that one every time.
And I don't think he was going to say hi. It's a little too late in the game for that.
That's right. They've already shook hands and exchanged pleasantries. That
free throw good from the Tigers, number 21 Eggleston. And Hurst gets a brief talking to, explaining to Coach Cantrell that foul was unjustified. Looks like he won.
Well, Logan was pleading his case there. There might be some law school in his future.
And now inside to Smith. Flips it up and in. Kyle Smith, an easy mid-range shot. And the Indians are on top by 10. Poked away into the hands of Muscadri. Muscadri running, hacked from behind, takes a tumble, and gets a hard foul. And like a pin to the balloon, popping the West Liberty-Salem momentum.
Gotta love it, gotta love it. Chris Taylor popped it away, popped it right into Joey's hands. Joey took it the rest of the way down the court and got fouled, but Chris Taylor was right behind him. Ball bounced off the backboard, and Chris had it going in just in case they didn't call the foul on that one.
And you can tell if you didn't already know he was a football player, you could tell after taking a hit like that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Even without pads, he was tumbling into the wall.
Love to know what Coach Cantrell said at halftime. Maybe we'll get a little interview after the game and find out.
And now that one no good from Muscadri. And a push on West Liberty. Looks to be Neese. No, it's on Eggleston. Keeps Mechanicsburg with the ball. And that looks like to be a scoreboard error. They're calling it on number 21 of the Indians. We don't have a number 21 in there right now. And now it's Muscadri. Draws another foul. Tried to go up. The defender reached the forearm over. And the ref is going to blow the whistle on that every time. Eggleston trying to plead his case. Looks like law is not in his future. As he lost that one.
Well, it looks like they gave that one to 22 on the scoreboard at least. I'm not sure how they logged it in the books, but the books at the end of the day are going to rule the day, so.
Absolutely. Much respect to our stat keepers. Doing a good job over there. Here's Muscadri, focused on the rim, rattled out off the front iron, and a quick jump ball called to stop the tie-up between McGill and Hall.
Gotta love it though. Indians ball player shooting the free throw, and who gets the rebound, but none other than number 15, Tristan Hall, and they cause a jump ball for it, Indians ball.
And Tristan Hall was only a little bit above the block, the lowest you can go on a free throw.
Yep.
Still able to box out and get himself in position for that one.
Oh.
And now Hall off the slick feed from Muscadri gets another foul. And for the third time in a row, an Indians player goes to the line. And that one, and these free throws, courtesy of Eli McGill of the West Liberty-Salem Tigers. Tristan Hall drops that one in. Gives the Indians one more to their total, 43-32. Just under 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Hall, no luck there, falls into the hands of Taylor. And the Indians will keep it alive. Taylor on McGill. Taylor drives, cutting, flipped it up, missed it. Hall got it, hits the deck hard, and the Indians are screaming for a foul there. Tough exchange, has fans on their feet.
I'm speechless. That was the hardest hit I've ever seen that didn't occur on a football field. That was shocking that there was no foul call there. Feel bad for number 15 Tristan Hall because he hit the deck hard on that one.
Complete and utter loss for words there.
That might have been a makeup call right there, Caleb.
Yeah, it is. A little bit of contact given by Siegenthaler, and they're going to call him for his third foul of the night. Stays in the game, though. No sub from Coach Lady. And now it's back to Taylor on the opposing side of the court. Gets it across the half-court line. Taylor dancing with McGill, kicks to Smith. Smith now to Edwards. Back to Taylor. Taylor dribbles to the top of the key, kicks to DeLong. Back to Taylor way outside. 3 seconds on the clock. 2-1. Smith had it tipped and falls out. And the Indians pull ahead by 11. 43-32. A big, huge third quarter for the Mechanicsburg Indians.
You gotta love it. Aggressiveness. They kept a foot on the pedal. Their defense is outstanding. Best we've seen all year. Baseline, nobody's getting the baseline on them.
Keeping what? We're studying what? Making sure they go through what?
The fundamentals?
Fundamentals.
That's right. That's right.
I think we should change the saying to offense wins games, but fundamentals win championships.
There you go. I like it. I like it.
I think that might be a little bit better of a saying, in my book.
I would agree. Wholeheartedly. Well, right about now, Coach Cantrell is saying, boys, we've got 1 quarter left. We're up by 11 on a team that Vegas probably has us down by 15 at this point in time. So we've got to just keep doing the same thing, wouldn't you think? What do you think his message is?
It's Coach Taylor from one of my favorite football movies, Facing the Giants. Don't quit on me. Don't quit on me. Don't you quit on me.
Don't you quit on me, Brock.
Only a little bit to go in this game. And Coach Cantrell desperately wants to come out with a win here. Smack West Lib in the mouth and tie the season series at 1 apiece.
They're going to build that wall on defense and not let them into the key.
Stone wall. And inside, no good from the Tigers. A soaring rebound from Smith. Looked like he could have dumped it back if he wanted to.
I'm looking forward to the day that he does.
And now stolen by Neese. Neese missed it. Wide open layup and missed it. And Hall controls it for the Indians. Now gets it to Edwards. Edwards on McGuire. And now kicked it out of bounds on number 22, Siegenthaler.
Siegenthaler was trying to sell that too. He was pointing the opposite direction like he didn't hit it out, but.
Marcus Morris at its finest, or Marcus Smart, excuse me,
Yep.
at his finest. Now it's in the hands of DeLong. Siegenthaler guarding DeLong. DeLong blows right by him. And a turnover on the Indians. Ends up in the hands of Siegenthaler, gets it down to the wing. And now back out to McGuire to Eggleston. Eggleston, the dish to Neese. Back to McGuire. McGuire on the wing, kicks to Neese. Neese guarded by Hall. Hall shut down the baseline drive, but the spin move freed up Neese. And no good on the shot attempt. A foul called on either number 10, Casey Kite, or number 3, Oliver McGuire. You take your pick.
Either way, 25 is going to the foul, going to the charity stripe here.
Absolutely, he is. And West Liberty-Salem starting to get deep into foul trouble. 3 of their 5 on the floor right now have 2 or more fouls. That one no good from Smith.
Look at that.
Hall able to get it back and put it in.
Look at that.
Big physical game from Tristan Hall. And it looked like when he hit the deck, he might have hit his head and started this big aggressive side that he's got. Or it might just be that he's the son of Travis Hall. And there's Chris Taylor grabbing the board off the West Lib miss. 6:23 to go. Indians up by 13. Looking to pad this lead a little bit more on senior night. Now to Taylor, spin move, poked away, foul called. Looks to be on McGuire.
He had the give and go going. Knocked out of Chris Taylor's hands, but foul called for it, rightfully so.
Good call for the referee. And DeLong will come out and take a seat.
So if you look up at the board there, Caleb, we've got number 3 and number 22, both with 3 fouls for the West Liberty Tigers.
Number 3, McGuire, and number 22, Siegenthaler. Indeed with 3 apiece. And Siegenthaler gets the rebound, kicks to Burden. Burden kicks to McGuire for 3. No good, rushed it. And now it's Smith for the Indians. Edwards. Coach telling him to slow it down. Almost had it stolen by Siegenthaler. A lot of contact on Edwards. He wanted a whistle. Didn't get it. Eggleston drives in like a running back.
Ooh.
But a blocking foul call.
The block on Kyle Smith. But the more humorous part of that was Joey Muscadri, who grabbed the ball and said, "Give me it. That's mine." He ripped it out of his hands. Unfortunately, the block happened first. So.
And Michael Cantrell of the Indians calls a timeout. He's still got 3. And the Indians are in a bonus now that the West Liberty-Salem Tigers have 18 fouls.
Well, 5:45 left, Caleb. What's the message from Coach? Much of the same? Are they going to change anything up? They got to focus more on defense? What's going on?
You know what? I got to believe that it's much of the same. You know, I can't imagine that it's anything other than keep hammering it away at them and just keep trying to pour this lead on whatever you can. Obviously, you don't want to take stupid shots.
Right.
You don't want to just throw it away, but you also want to. You also don't want to miss open opportunities. If you've got one. If the defender's 3 feet off you, you're going to take that 3 no matter where it is. You know, well, almost. But we'll see what happens here in the final 5 minutes, 40 seconds of play. And the West Liberty-Salem Tigers will pass it inbounds. It's McGuire. Now to Eggleston on the wing. Eggleston drives inside, had it lost, and pulled it back out. Now McGuire on the wing. Finds Eggleston outside the arc and poked away by Muscadri, rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with West Liberty.
We've got Kyle Smith coming out. Logan Hurst going to come back into the ball game here for the Indians.
Now here's McGuire up near half court. Looks for someone, finds Eggleston. Eggleston inside to McGill.
Good.
McGill, tough defended shot. And Taylor the rebound. Knocked out of bounds.
Step on the line?
Maybe he
stepped on the line
footing,
over there.
maybe he got shoved. We can't tell from over here.
Good defense from Tristan Hall on that one, straight up. Denied Eggleston.
Not much you can do there on the offensive side. Just too good of defense. Now McGuire down to Siegenthaler. To Eggleston. Eggleston crossover, tried to get it inside, but his drive shut down by Edwards. And the missed 3 from Burden falls into the hands of Chris Taylor. And it's Chris Taylor crossing up McGuire and getting it across half court.
Time continues to slip away for the West Liberty Tigers here, 13 points down.
And a cutting Chris Taylor receives a slick feed from Tristan Hall behind the back pass. Perfect.
I was looking for the and one on that one, to be honest with you, Caleb.
And that was a long three-point attempt missed by Siegenthaler. And now the Indians coming back looking like Rocky, dropping them on the heels Let's see if we can deliver the knockdown blow.
We've got 4:29 left, plenty of time for the West Liberty-Salem Tigers to come back and make this a ball game. But down 15, you know, this is it. It's now or never.
And you know, this might be, now that we're up by 15, this might be the perfect time to break it to our listeners and our viewers that have tuned into us this entire season. This is probably going to be our final broadcast of the winter season.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe we bring coverage of the Dayton All-Star game featuring Mechanicsburg's own Ellie Schipfer, but that's all up to the facility there. But this is looking like, more often than not, it's going to be the final broadcast of the winter season.
It was a great season. We've had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun color commentators, you know, here with you, stepping in with the M.I.B.N. and a lot of great games.
And now looking here to close it out with one final win. Here, we still got 2 more games, one more after this one against Lehman Catholic. That one's away, but the Indians look to go 500 here, 10-10. And now Burden up top, kicks to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler inside to a spinning Nice, and that one launched into the rafters, falls into the hands of Eggleston. Eggleston, tough defense. The student section calling that he was hands up. Clean defense, but the ref is going to send the West Liberty forward to the line.
They're going to call that one on Logan Hurst. That'll be his 4th. So it looks like we might have Kyle Smith coming in to relieve him from some minutes. Coach Cantrell is doing his best Easter Bunny imitation here, almost all the way out to half court. So
he's playing his own offense, hoping it'll help. Playing offense on Casper the Friendly Ghost, apparently.
I love the enthusiasm from Coach Cantrell.
You won't see a more kinesthetic coach bringing out the big point Scrabble word there.
I'll look that one up on Google later.
See. And Hall rebounds the missed free throw. And tough possessions. Indians passing it, getting across half court, beating the West Liberty-Salem press. Final 4 minutes of the game. 47-33 is the score.
Oh.
Make it 50. I lied, ladies and gentlemen. 50-33 off the triple from Chris Taylor. And Chris Taylor have a night. My goodness, Chris.
Not a lot of noise coming from the West Liberty-Salem side. A lot of head rubbing, a lot of heads down. This is not what they imagined for this evening. I do know that.
No, it is not. After the last one, imagine to come in here and get an easy win, but currently find themselves down 17. And now it's Siegenthaler spinning, missed it. Rebound by Nice. And drives in. Siegenthaler back out to Nice. Nice the drive. Backed it back out. And now Siegenthaler drives inside, splits defenders, missed it. And Hall with the board. Siegenthaler hit the deck, but no whistle. And Cantrell calls for timeout. That'll be his 4th of the game. Still got a few more remaining. What a showing from the Mechanicsburg Indians right now. Up 17 over the West Liberty-Salem Tigers, 50-33, with 3 minutes and change left in the game.
You know, everybody's gotten involved, Caleb, from the freshman Jake Hurst starting to Kyle Smith, to Tristan Hall. We got Mac DeLong coming in and playing some minutes. We got Logan Hurst putting in some big-time physical minutes in there, and obviously the 2 seniors, 2 of the 3 seniors, Chris Taylor and Joey Muscadri leading the way, saying, Coach, don't even think about taking me out, because this is my senior night, and I'm not coming out of the game for anything. So, great team effort here. I'm not going to say W yet, because we still got 3:07 left, but a great team effort.
Absolutely it is, and now the Indians 5 take the floor again. Big shout out to the pep band, some great music that they have going on right now. Hyping up this Indians crowd, and maybe it's the pep band that's sparking some effort from the Indians.
Could be that. Could be the fact that Grandma Supik up in Parma's listening. You know,
Could be.
You never
Could be.
know. You never know what the magical part is. That could
Or
be.
it could be both of them.
Pep Band and Grandma Soupy combined. That could be the magic.
And now here's Edwards. Out of Muscadri up top, guarded by Siegenthaler. The dish to Taylor on the wing. Looked for Hall, couldn't find him. Kick to Edwards, now to Muscadri. Muscadri dribbling it around. Kicks to Smith. Smith, baseline runner. Missed it just a little strong. And Chris Taylor able to pry the rebound back for the Indians. His shot won't go. Into the hands of Hall. Hall, some tough defense. Almost had it again and pulled down by his head. Hits the deck. Hard foul on the Tigers.
Another hard foul on Tristan Hall. We're going to need some ice and a nice ice bath for him tonight. Well deserved, but look, he's keeping his cool out there. It's a foul. I'm going to the free throw line. You got to love that from Tristan.
Got to convert here. A lot of people would say that the game is over and that West Liberty has been defeated, but anything can happen. We keep saying it over and over again. Got to keep padding the lead. It's got to play. You got to play like it's still 0-0.
Well, and most importantly, Caleb, you know, if the Indians do come away with a win, you want to win with class, right? You want to act like you've been here before, like this is just another night working, right? So.
And in a way, it is.
Yep.
And a body foul called on the Indians. Number 33, Jake Edwards, got in the way of Neese, and now Neese will go to the line. And now in comes number 24, Gavin Harrison for Eggleston. This is the first we're seeing of Harrison. That free throw good from Neese. And he's got one more. And we have some West Lib fans starting to file towards the exit.
Yep.
This game's still very much a toss-up. 15-point lead for the Indians. 50-35. 2 minutes and change remaining in the game. Now here's Edwards. Edwards on Larson. Muscadri with it, guarded by Siegenthaler. Cantrell is instructing Taylor from the sideline. And now Smith on the wing. To Taylor up top. Tough defense from West Liberty-Salem.
Long possession here by the Indians, really milking that clock.
Indians still passing it around. It's still with Muscadri's hands at the top of the key. And Muscadri the drive. What are they going to call it? They're going to call a charge.
Called the charge on that one. That was probably the better of the two options.
Yeah, it was. It
unfortunately,
looked like he lowered the head and drove the shoulder into the West Lib defender. Good call by the official. Not the call we wanted, but good call.
Minute 30 left. Good guys up by 15.
I'm not going to say that this one's in the books yet. I'm not going to say it. And the Indians scrapping for the ball. West Liberty, a costly turnover again. And now Cantrell calls a full timeout as Travis Hall charges onto the court, waving his fist, doing a Tiger Woods fist bump.
Everybody's excited about this one.
On the off chance he's listening, Jason Gibbs, the producer of the Browns radio network, taught me how to do the fist pump right there from Tiger Woods.
That's right. That's right. When you're in the radio booth up at Cleveland Brown Stadium, one of the rules is that you cannot clap. You're going to interfere with the broadcast. So taught us to do the fist pump instead of some loud clapping up there, which is hard to do because as a Browns fan, you get excited.
Especially after the 92-yard run from Chubb.
Chubba wubba hubba, right?
I was jumping up and down with that one. Probably making way too much noise, but nonetheless. And if you want to see a little bit of that experience, we got to interview Jim Donovan, I'm gonna say it, the greatest play-by-play radio caller that I've ever heard.
That's right. Right.
Glad to have him working for the Browns. We interviewed him. That interview is available on our YouTube channel that you're watching this stream on right now.
Graduate of Boston University, where we'll be in
March.
Yeah, in March. Checking it out ourselves.
And now Taylor looking to run the clock down as much as they can. Final minute 13. And now the Indians are going to dribble out the clock as much as they can. 1 minute to go in the game. It's Taylor with it on the wing. And Taylor in trouble on the double team. Stolen by the West Liberty-Salem Tigers. It's Harrison. Now out to Larson. Larson for three. Gets that one to go. And does a Steph Curry three-point arrow on his way down the court. Muscadri with it now to Taylor. 50-38 is the Indians' lead. And the final 30 seconds will tick down. No, they won't. Timeout from Cantrell. 50-38. 31.7 ticks on the clock. I'm going to say it now. This has been an outstanding Mechanicsburg victory. And now the three seniors head to center court, take their final bow in front of this home crowd. A great moment from the Indians.
There's a nice touch of class there by Cantrell. You can tell that, you know, in your interview he said that he really wishes he had these boys for more than just this 1 year. But you can also, you just see the respect just right there. He stops, he takes a timeout, and he says, seniors, get out there and take your bow.
And now puts in some of his freshmen. Blake Sadowski comes into the game for the first time. Jake Edwards also out there. There's some of his young guys. Sorry, Blake Sadowski is a sophomore. And now DeLong inbounds it to Sadowski. Had it stolen, but Sadowski gets it back. And a foul by the Tigers. This one goes to number 10, Casey Kite.
Some instructions from Coach to Mac DeLong, and Mac just looks at him and says, okay, Coach, got it. Very professional when he's out there.
Now the student section with an homage to something that we did earlier on Thursday. Yesterday, Coach Cantrell at the pep rally brought the entire high school into the center court and screamed, and we all did it. We all raised our fists and jumped up and down and yelled, "I believe that we will win."
Oh, I love it.
Up and down, up and down.
I love it. I did not know that.
And now the senior section, the student section getting in on it. And Sadowski with the nail in the coffin, 51-38. Too much for the Tigers to overcome in 20 seconds. And the student section is enjoying this victory. Larson for three, missed it. Into the hands of Hall. And another foul. That'll do it. 9.2 seconds left in the game. 51-38. A resounding victory for the Mechanicsburg Indians has silenced the West Liberty-Salem Tigers.
Your student section over there is just making sure that the bus drivers know that it's time to start the buses. So a nice cordial reminder, I think, is what that was.
And now Tristan Hall missed the free throw. He's got one more shot, and Bailey Hersey will come in for the first time in the game to play the final 9 seconds. And Hall knocks it down, 52-38. And the West Liberty section of this gym is silenced.
It's been that way the whole night, Caleb. You know, they fought back. They brought it back to 1 at halftime, and it hasn't been close since.
And the final seconds, that'll do it. The Indian student section and parent section are on their feet, celebrating the senior night victory, and there you go, photo of the night. Cantrell raising his fists. No doubt saying, we did it.
Absolutely love it. Gotta love it. That's a big win for Mechanicsburg. It's number 10, and not only is it number 10, but it's number 10 against a heck of a good West Liberty-Salem team, and that means a little bit more. Means a little bit more to those boys.
Absolutely, and there you go. 1-1 is the senior series. Here's the season series at this game between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the West Liberty-Salem Tigers. And Mechanicsburg is going to be happy to ride this momentum into next season when they play the Tigers.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a great way to end the season, especially for Coach Cantrell coming in and leading this team to a huge turnaround season. So big things to come from Mechanicsburg from here on in.
And in the words of, to celebrate the All-Star weekend of the NBA coming up and the dunk contest, I'm going to celebrate Kenny the Jet Smith's "Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen," from Vince Carter in 2000. Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen, and go home we will.
So Caleb, we don't have video, but let's still do a wrap up here. What do you think was the key? I mean, you know, we know that it was a different team all year, right?
Yeah. Oh,
we know that they found out what their game was halfway through the season. But tonight, to come out and to really just put it all together on senior night. I mean, I know we've got the enthusiasm, we've got the hype, we've got the build up. Everybody's excited. We got a lot of aunts, uncles, grandparents, moms, dads, you know, brothers and sisters, and you know, all the students are here. But tell me, what was the difference that really caused that win tonight?
I'm going to go plain out and say it, the will to win. Indians came in here, wanted to knock the West Liberty-Salem Tigers on their feet from the first possession, and that they did. Had a 4-point lead, I think, at the end of the first quarter. So they just came out, knew they had to hammer them early, knew they had to get that early lead and drill the Tigers, knock them off their feet a little bit.
Right. And
that they did. They just had the game plan and executed, plain and simple.
You know, I think you're right. You know, like, and I love the fact that you told me about Coach Cantrell getting not just the team but all the students hyped up yesterday. You know, that's a leader right there, and you got to love that. And Coach Cantrell getting the team hype and the team seeing that all the students are behind them. So that's a big factor as well. But I think you're right. I think the game was won in the first quarter, though. Just like you said, you know, punch them in the face, right? You know, right between the eyes in that first quarter. West Liberty is, you know, sort of saying, "Oh, whoa, hey, I didn't predict this." You know, they're up on us.
It was determined in the first quarter, won in the third, I think. The 1-point lead
I like that.
Still kind of gave some momentum to the Tigers, but it was the third quarter that finally grew the lead to an insurmountable mountain for the West Liberty-Salem Tigers.
This is why you're going to be a heck of a good sports broadcaster. You got the deeper insight than I did. I like it. I think you're absolutely right, Caleb. It's a great insight into that, and a great analysis.
Well, you know, I'm talking basketball with you every single waking moment at home, so you know I love my basketball.
Well, with you is one way of putting it. You're talking basketball, and the rest of us are just listening. So that's usually a one-way conversation.
That's a better way of putting it. So that'll be all for us tonight. This has been a great game. I know you can't see it on there, but I am shaking our co-broadcaster's hand one final time from this gymnasium for the season. But don't go getting teary-eyed on us. We will be back for baseball and softball season. Those will be coming up in just a few weeks, actually. The first practice is coming up this week for both those squads, and we're excited to bring you Mechanicsburg Indians coverage from the Diamonds in just a little bit. But for tonight, this is Scott Spinner, our color commentator. I'm Caleb Spinner with the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. That's the game. I'm out of here.